that I don't care is because everybody has an opinion, number one. Number two, I get paid for mine. Number three, and most importantly, it's my opinion based on the facts as presented. I'm not getting personal. I'm not deriding or denigrating anybody. I'm just calling it like I see it when asked or when it's part of my job.
Who did you have winning?
I personally thought Manny put it out, and I feel like he deserved to win.
From fighters and their trajectory and their potential earning power. So I'm always like, the judges need to get it right in every scenario.
Stephen A. Smith strongly voiced his belief that Manny Pacquiao clearly outboxed Mario Barrios and deserved the win. He criticized the judges, calling the result a blatant injustice. Bobby Pacquiao echoed the sentiment, shocked by the draw and questioning what the judges were seeing. While disappointed, he acknowledged that they have no choice but to accept the decision, though it feels completely unfair.
Why do you think the judges saw it the other way for the draw?
I'm long time. I'm a fighter also. I'm a fighter. 14 years in the ring, 14 years in the ring. But I know the score. You know the score. So many judges, but I'm surprised that the decision is like that. I'm surprised. But anyway, the judges and the decision is now. Let's accept. You will accept that decision.
Do you want to see your brother keep fighting?
Right now, just focus with family.
In a post-fight interview, rising star Kermel Moton didn't hold back. He said he believed Pacquiao won the fight, though the judges saw it differently. Moton's reaction highlights the growing disconnect between official, judging, and fan perception. He also hinted that a rematch is unlikely, leaving many feeling let down. For fans hoping for a triumphant comeback at age 46, this controversial draw felt like a major letdown.
Pro boxing fans here with Kamel Moton. Kamel, just seen a draw between Pacquiao and Barrios tonight. What do you think?
It was a great fight, and Pacquiao put on a hell of a performance, and much respect to Barrios as well. It takes two to tango, so it's just an overall great fight.
Who did you have winning?
I personally thought Manny put it out, and I feel like he deserved to win. But it's boxing, and I'm not mad at a draw either.
Do you want to see a rematch, or do you think they should both fight other people?
I don't think I want to see a rematch. Manny did. It was a great fight. I think we should just leave it at that. I would like to see Pacquiao and Mayweather too. That's really the fight I want to see. And
Kamel on the undercard.
Definitely, absolutely. And that would be a huge card.
What do you think of Barrios in there tonight?
I don't know. I think Pacquiao's style was kind of throwing him off. I've heard a lot of very skilled fighters.
At 46, expectations for Pacquiao's performance were cautious. Many questioned whether he could keep up with a younger opponent. But Manny exceeded those expectations, showing flashes of the speed, timing, and movement that once made him the most feared man in boxing.
Pacquiao last night was not a great fighter in his prime. He was a great fighter who was just a good fighter, who was still a better fighter than the world champion at the time. He was so great in his prime that when he came down levels to being good, he's still better than the good ones. He's still the goodest. That's what you saw, and the fact that when he was fighting in his era, his rivals were also watching that car go by every 3 or 4 months, 2 times a year at 200 miles an hour and catching more glimpses of it. But these young fighters, they ain't been watching that, bro. Even if they're watching it, they're not living it. They're not studying it. They're worried about their contemporaries and rivals. So for him, this was like, what is going on? The amount of adjustments that he needed to make, the southpaw, the in and out, the awkward angles, the underneath right jab, like all of this shit is like, wait a minute, what is going on here? And that was a lesson for a young fighter that really he had a privilege to learn. He got a gift last night. Barrios will be better from this fight forward than he would ever have been without it. Let me tell you that. This is what happens when you have a phenomenal, unique, absolute anomaly in the sport. That's what Pacquiao is. That's what he proved last night. I'm always the guy who decries when someone is robbed and when the fighter who should have his hand raised doesn't get it raised, and it's a crime to me to steal these from fighters and their trajectory and their potential earning power. So I'm always like, the judges need to get it right.
Pacquiao's sharp footwork, high ring IQ, and unshakable heart carried him through each round. While not at his peak, he impressed fans and analysts alike with his command in the ring. The boxing world exploded online after the decision. One viral post from BKS Secret Sports claimed that Pacquiao was clearly robbed, saying he landed better shots and dictated the fight. Fans rallied behind that view. One fan wrote, "Pacquiao dominated. Barrios barely did anything. This was a robbery, plain and simple." Despite some arguing Pacquiao didn't push for a knockout, many agreed he outclassed Barrios in nearly every round.
Right, and
Okay.
then 2-1-14.
I thought Manny
It was a
won.
close fight. I think Manny did a good job towards the end. Last round I gave it to Barrios, but the last
But
5
still,
rounds,
yeah,
of the 12,
I had
it
the
was-
same way.
It was Manny Pacquiao. I thought Barrios was gonna take it, but I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Well,
Great job by Manny Pacquiao. Was 46 years old.
4 years old, 46. Look,
Yeah, I mean,
and you know
it's
boxing,
amazing.
so people can't say that
Yeah.
that you're biased or you're just
No,
a
no.
straight.
I think he did great. I mean,
I think he
for
won.
his age,
Regardless.
He's not the Manny that we used to know, but thank God he didn't lose.
No, he didn't lose.
Yeah.
It was close to Jeff Horn. He didn't lose. Bradley won. He didn't lose. And tonight he didn't lose.
Yes.
Another furious fan reacted to the draw by posting, "The Vegas judges are a disgrace. Pacquiao won 11 out of 12 rounds. This is criminal." Round-by-round analysis by experts suggested Pacquiao clearly won at least 6 rounds. His punch, accuracy, speed, and combination stood out, and even Barrios acknowledged Manny's power and skill. The fight could have easily gone Pacquiao's way had just one more round been scored differently.
Opponents have to face. And then all of a sudden, Manny just starts cooking. He's just like, and Freddie said it, like he has this good 6th round, and Freddie was just like, you get him with a 5-punch combination, I think you can get him out of here. Now, I don't know if he was ever at that point. I can't say that Barrios was ever really in danger, but I think Freddie was right. Like, I just think that if Manny showed the threat, I just think it froze Barrios for all these rounds, and so he had a run of like 4 straight. And at my point, he's up on the scorecards 87-84, which meant all he needed was one more round in my mind. And I was pretty in line with the TV broadcast. I think that we had a little bit of a swing on 8. I think 8 was a little closer, or 9 was a little closer, excuse me. But all he needed was one more round. And mind you, I bet on him, but I was like, Barrios comes out in the 10th. His trainer's like, hey man, you can't respect this guy. And it's tough because Manny pulls these tricks like where he's like trying to delay coming out of the ring because his tape's messed up, or he's like messing with the guy saying, hey, you're hitting me low, and even the ref had to be like, Manny, I'll determine if he's hitting low. But he's so charming. You just look at him and you're like, I can't get mad at him. But Barrios comes down that 10th, has some really good body work, and you're like, all right, I think he took that one. So then it's 96-94. Get to the next round, Barrios, he has some that was the closest that you could have probably leaned Pacquiao, in my mind. But Barrios had some flurries. It just looked like he was getting better up, and it kind of looked like Manny was starting to wear down a little bit. It just looked like he didn't have, because I think it's just at 46. I just don't think he has those combinations in the same way. Super entertaining. Had the time of my life watching him because he didn't embarrass himself. And I know a lot of people, I think the vast majority of people think that he won. I think the reaction to everybody was like, Barrios, you can mess with a 46-year-old like Manny. They always say like, oh, you got to beat the champ. It's a stupid thing. I hate that, but people believe in that. Oh, you got to take him out. I think a lot of people thought of like, hey, you got to annihilate a 46-year-old or the 46-year-old should win.
There were many concerns leading into this bout. Critics warned that Pacquiao might be too old to compete at an elite level, but he proved them wrong. He didn't just survive 12 rounds, he thrived. His timing, conditioning, and awareness showed he still has the tools to compete. Rather than a farewell fight, this performance felt like a statement. Manny still